everybody, welcome back to my channel, Josh's Vlogs About Nothing.
It's you again, dude.
Yeah, I'm back for another one.
You better delete this right now. Ain't nobody gonna watch this shit.
They might.
No, they won't.
Guys, this video I shot yesterday. Well, not this video, but I had shot a video yesterday. And as I was trying to edit it, the doofus in me deleted it. So, I'm reshooting yesterday's video today, which is Saturday, February 27th, 2021. I shot it yesterday on the 26th of February because yesterday was my mom's birthday. Now, first of all, I was going to shoot this video last Sunday on the 21st because the 21st marked the 14th anniversary of my mom's passing, guys. But I decided to wait until the 26th so that way I could wish her a happy birthday. So, Mom, happy birthday. I hope heaven's as lovely as you are. I love you and I miss you. So like I said, I shot this video yesterday, but, I'm a bonehead and, was trying to do something fancy and, I hit the wrong button, deleted the whole video, guys. Everything. Completely lost. So, whenever I tell people that my mom passed away, they always ask me, well, how'd she pass away? Sometimes I don't like talking about it because, I get emotional. And just a fair warning, I'll probably get emotional talking about it today. But in a previous video, I said that I would make a video detailing the events that led up to my mom's passing. So like I said, Sunday, February 21st, marked the 14th anniversary of her passing. So before I get into details about how my mom passed, I'll give you a little background about my mom. So, she was a preschool teacher, okay? She worked for a program called Head Start. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but it's a preschool program that's located in Attleboro and Norton. She did that for 18 years, guys. 18 years. She started in 1989 and continued all the way up until her passing. She was very dedicated to her work, which, I'll get into that later. But first, I'm going to recall the events that led up to my mom's passing. So now, this first half, well, not first half, but first part.
Dude, will you get it right?
This first part are things that I remember witnessing for myself and from what my mom told me. The second half is from what my father said after we'll get to that.
Dude, hurry up.
Alright. So anyways, it was Friday, February 16th, 2007. It was a Friday. My mom went to work in the morning like she usually did. Not just a typical Friday morning. At some point during Friday, she was, talking to some children, I guess. And one of the kids sneezed on her. Didn't cover his mouth, just, playing out, achoo! right all over my mom. Boy, my mom said she was, ooh, that ticked her off, guys. So, she told the kid, hey, next time, cover your mouth, you gotta, can't spread germs or whatever. So she yelled at the kid, told the kid to, make sure you cover your mouth from now on. So that was that. Summer mom came home Friday, didn't think anything of it. And then as the weekend came, my mom started, feeling sick, like she was getting a cold or something. We didn't think nothing of it, she took, cough medicine, drank some tea here and there. Figured it was just an everyday cold. So, as the weekend continued, though, she started getting worse. Just progressing rapidly. Now, I don't know if this is from the kid sneezing on her or if she was already getting a cold or what, but by Monday, it was so bad that she could, hardly breathe because, the phlegm and her airways were so congested with this, whatever she had, that she could hardly breathe. Now, prior to this, we had told my mom, go to the doctors, but, everybody in my family, we're stubborn. We always think we're fine when we're not. So finally, on Tuesday, February 20th, 2007, my mom had a doctor's appointment. Now, I had worked that day, so I had left before they even went. So I had no idea how the doctor's appointment went, what they said, what she had. I had no idea of that. So I was at work. Alright? So now from this point on, I'm going to recall the events that, happened after when I got home and I asked my dad what happened. Alright? So I left work Tuesday evening at 5, like I always did. At the time, I worked in Rainham and I lived in Attleboro, so it was like a 20-minute drive. I was driving home like I usually did, same route, blah, blah, blah. And I remembered that there was a book that came out. So I was going to go right to Borders Books and get that book.
What the hell you mean the border, dude? You went to Mexico?
I didn't go to Mexico, you buffoon. For those of you who don't know what Borders Books was, it was a bookstore in North Attleboro, across the street from the Emerald Square Mall, or the liquor stores there now, where those pigeons shot that movie the other day.
Huh?
So anyway, I was driving home, right? And near my old house, there's a bridge that goes over a railroad track. And if you went over that bridge, at a certain point, if you looked to your left, you could see through the trees right to my house. Well, that's the way I was going that Tuesday, guys. As I was going over that railroad bridge, something told me to turn my head.
What do you mean something told you to turn your head, Dusky?
No, I had that feeling, so I turned my head, and I seen the lights flashing through the trees. I'm like, what the hell is that, dude? And you ever get that feeling like, something's not right? There's something wrong? That's the feeling I got, guys. Something told me, Josh, you better turn around, there's something wrong. Go home. So I turned around, headed back to my house. I turned down my street, came around the bend, and realized that the ambulance and the fire trucks were in front of my house. Now, at first I didn't think anything of it because our neighbors were elderly. They were constantly falling down. So initially I thought it was them. So that's why I kept going. But I had that feeling. So I rush into the house, go into the kitchen. My father's standing in front of the sink, staring down. Now he's got this look on his face, like sheer panic. Like he was just like in a trance, like he was in shock. And I was so focused on my father at that moment that I didn't even realize that my mother was lying on the kitchen floor. And there was like 6 paramedics standing over her doing CPR. One guy had the pumping bag, one guy was holding her head, the other guy was doing chest compressions. I just stood there for a moment like complete speechless. I looked at my dad and I was like, Dad, what happened? He, explained to me that, they went to the doctors. The doctor gave her an inhaler to help, loosen up the stuff that was blocking her airways so she could breathe better. My dad said that my mom started feeling better, that it was helping her breathe. So when my mom got back home, she told my father that she was going to go take a nap, rest a little bit. As my mom is in the bedroom resting, taking her nap, she wakes up and yells for my dad. My dad comes in the room, is like, what's wrong? My mom's like, Steve, you better take me to the hospital. I'm not feeling right. There's something wrong. Now, my mom was weak, so my dad tried to help her get dressed. My dad said that as he was trying to help her get dressed, she just collapsed to the floor. In his arms, she just collapsed. I was like, what do you mean she collapsed? And that's when he said, yeah, she just collapsed, guys. So, my mom was having a heart attack, guys. Her heart stopped. That's what, she was having a heart attack. So my dad called 911. That's when the paramedics came. They got her heart going, so they put her in the ambulance and rushed her to the hospital, into the ICU unit. Now, for any of you that don't know what the ICU unit is, it stands for the Intensive Care Unit. It's basically where you go when things aren't looking good, when you need, life support, when you need the most care. So that's where they took my mom. So the whole family rushed to the hospital. Me, my 2 brothers, my sister, and my dad. We're standing in the ICU waiting room, waiting for the doctors to come and tell us what's going on. And when he came into the room, he gathered us around and he was like, guys, I gotta be honest with you, it's not looking good. It's like, the paramedics said that on the way to the hospital alone, her heart stopped 3 or 4 more times. They just could not keep her heart going. So at this time, my mom's hooked up to life support, oxygen tank, all that machinery. But the doctor said it ain't looking good. So we waited at the waiting room, you know, all night, guys. We were there all night. Finally, sometime in early morning, I want to say it was probably around 4, between like 3 and 5 a.m. The doctor came in and was like, guys, I have to be honest with you, there's really only 2 options I can offer you right now. He's like, 1, you can keep your mother alive on life support, or she'll pretty much be brain dead from that moment on. And you guys will have to take care of her and, you know, get her medical help and this and that. Because they said that she wouldn't be able to function normally. So she had too many heart attacks and it killed her brain. She lost too much oxygen to the brain. The other option was, if you can't guess it by now, was to pull the plug and call it quits. To say our last goodbyes. I don't know if any of you's ever been in that situation where the doctor said, you know, you have 2 options like that. But we were shocked, guys. You know, we were like, there is no way that this is happening to my mom right now. So we gathered around, we huddled, we talked about it. Everybody gave their opinion. And we all decided to do what we thought my mom would want us to do. Let me tell you guys, that was not an easy thing to do. That was the hardest thing we ever had to do in our lives. But we told the doctors that if they took her off life support and her heart stopped again, to just, you know, call time of death. And that's what they did. When they took her off life support, it just completely, like, right away, flatline, guys. We knew that was it, guys, you know. Wow, huh? So on Wednesday, February 21st, 2007, we said our last goodbyes to my mom. My mom died 5 days before her 48th birthday, guys. Can you believe that? 5 days before her 48th birthday. You know, as we were standing there, saying our last goodbyes, at that moment, back then in that very instant, I have to be honest with you guys, that was the first time and only time in my life that I had ever seen my father cry. My father was lost for words. He was hurt, he was in shock. I completely felt so bad for him. I felt bad for all of us. Oh, it just wasn't fair. You know, we cursed God. How dare you take my mom? Like, how dare you? You know? My mom and dad had been married for 27 years, guys. That April, after my mom's passing, would have marked the 28th anniversary. Now, I got these dates because I did some research. That's another reason why it took so long to get this video up. I wanted to make sure I got the dates right. You know, like I said, I felt so bad for my dad. I can't imagine what he was thinking, what he was going through. I don't know how. Like, I don't think I would be able to stand there and have a doctor tell me that my high school sweetheart passed away, and have not be able to do anything. You know, it's just, I felt so bad. Like, I became so angry that day. So, yesterday, guys, was my mom's birthday, February 26th. If my mom was still alive today, guys, she would be 62 years old.
Ha! Old hag!
I'm just kidding, Ma. I love you. I miss you too, Mom. 14 years goes by quick, guys. You know, there's still times I feel like, I'm going to come home and my mom's going to be there. It never gets easier. You know, you try to forget, but this is part of your life. It's always going to be there. You know, birthdays, holidays, it's all going to be hard, guys. You just deal with it the best you can. You know, my mom was just an all-around great lady. You know, she really was. No mean bone in her body at all. Now, like I said, she was a preschool teacher for Head Start for 18 years. She was dedicated to her work, dedicated to her family, to her friends. The kids in her classroom loved her. The teachers that she worked with loved her. All of us loved her. That's just the kind of woman she was. Anybody that met my mom fell in love with her. She was an amazing woman, guys. You know, my family would tell you that, you know, she spent hours and hours and hours making games for her classroom, for the kids in her classroom.
What do you mean games, though?
Like, she would copy, you know, pictures out of, you know, coloring books and, you know, like things like shapes, animals, you know, vehicles, you know, whatever, man. And she would copy hundreds and hundreds of pages. And she would make her own matching games for the kids in her classroom. She would spend hours and hours and hours at night coloring, cutting out, and laminating these little pictures, making these games for the kids in her class.
Oh, thank you, Miss Robin.
She did that every night when she came home from work. Sat in the living room, on the couch with a coffee table in front of her, and she'd have stacks of paper, laminating paper, colored pencils, crayons, markers, scissors. And she just colored until she went to bed. Finally, my dad, Robert, will you come to bed already?
All right, Steve G.
Seriously, guys, she was that dedicated to her job. She used her own free time making games for these kids because the school was too cheap to buy them for them. You believe that? My mom spent her hard-earned money making games for these kids. And they really appreciated it. That's just the kind of woman she was, guys. Oh, man. So, anyways, guys, that's how my mom passed away. If I recall correctly, the doctor said that she passed away due to complications of pneumonia and heart failure. You know, the complications of pneumonia is what made her heart stop. So, that's why I said in one of the previous videos, guys, to not take people for granted. Okay, because one minute your family members are here, and the next minute they're gone. I had no idea that my mom was going to pass away that Tuesday and Wednesday morning. No idea. I was stubborn. I told myself, my mom's going to get better. She always gets better. She'll be back to work in, a few days and life will go on. That wasn't the case here, guys. This time, it didn't end up the way we thought it would. And, I kind of regret going to work that Tuesday. Because if I had known that was the last time I was going to get to see my mom alive, I would have called out of work and spent that day with her. Told her 1,000,001 times how much I love her. But that's the thing, guys. You never know, guys. Y'all are probably just like me. Oh, that will never happen. My mom's healthy. My mom was healthy, guys. Alright, she was 48 years old. So guys, please don't take people for granted. So guys, that's how my mom passed away. I think this is where I'll end this video, guys. I think I've,
Rambled on enough, dude?
yeah, rambled on enough. I know this isn't like my usual videos where I'm goofy and acting like a clown. The bozo, dude. Yeah, bozo. But I said I would make a video about how my mom passed. This is a little more serious vlog. But sometimes it's just easier to get things off your chest. Some people have different ways of coping with things. My suggestion is to not keep things bottled up inside. I used to do that, guys. Anybody will tell you I'm a fairly private person. I don't like talking about, things like this, because it just brings up emotions. Well, sometimes it's easier just to talk about it and overcome that emotion that you get. I'm not saying it'll make you feel better, but it might help you a little bit. So that's my advice. Don't keep things bottled up. Because at the end of the day, you become angry and upset, and you take it out on everybody, even when you don't mean to, or realize that you're doing it. Alright, guys, so anyway, this is where I'll end it. So I hope you guys have a great day. It don't look like it's a great day today. It's raining out. And what else is new? So anyway, guys, have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and be strong, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh yeah, guys, one more thing. If you like my channel, you find any of the, the topics I talked about helpful, or you just think they're plain stupid, either way, you like them or you don't, let me know, guys. I'd like some, feedback. If you like the channel, subscribe to it, like it, share it. If you think, the topics will help other people, pass it along to them, and vice versa. If you don't like it, well, delete the stupid thing, douchey. Alright, guys. This is it. Alright, guys. This is the goodbye, alright? Jeez. No, but seriously, guys. Let me know what you think of these videos. Alright? Alright. Peace, guys.